Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Late Winner FPL Show. Today we're going to have I think, a very interesting discussion. We're going to show a possible wildcard team. So thank you, Rishabh and Saurav, for joining us. And before we move forward, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our videos and follow us on social media handles, for which you can find the links in the description below. So yeah, let's. I think we have a couple of wildcard teams, which I think are possible wildcard teams, which you can play if you have not played wildcards like me and Saurabh. So maybe Rishabh will be the most enthusiastic person in this video. So yeah,
I'm not enthusiastic.
because it's not your team.
It's not my team exactly. Yeah, it's my team, but it's not my team as well.
So
Let
I
me be
think yeah,
clear,
you
it's not
guys.
your team.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a
It's my team
very
and it's not my team as well.
It's
That's
not
exactly
your
what I said.
team.
yeah. Let's start. So I think yeah. I mean, let's start with the goalkeepers. I think we have decided on Raya and Ramsdale. Obviously, Ramsdale is actually picking himself right now based on the form Arsenal is in. They've been keeping clean sheets for the last four matches. So and looking at Arsenal's fixtures for the next few games, I think Arsenal definitely has a great chance for keeping clean sheets. So I think that's why I think if you look at our defense lineup as well, I think we have Tierney as well. So I think both the players definitely have some great opportunities to give you at least 6 points each right now. And obviously Raya is another player who's actually been performing really well. Brentford definitely has the potential to keep the clean sheets as well. So I think apart from the Chelsea fixture, I think I have no doubt that they cannot keep clean sheets in the any of the other fixture. I think they'll. I don't know what the result Chelsea match will have, but I think I'm not confident about them keeping a clean sheet in that match. So yeah, apart from that, I think they definitely have some great chances. In terms of defense, I think Cancelo from Manchester City is one of the key players who's been starting every game. So even with Pep Roles, I think Cancelo becomes a guaranteed starter. So I think if you want to have a City defender who, as we all know, are keeping a great defensive line, so I think Cancelo definitely is going to give you a couple of maybe some assists and I think clean sheets as well. Similarly for Rudiger and Trent as well. I mean, Trent, I think we don't need to justify Salah's inclusion, we don't need to justify Trent's inclusion as well. I think his stats speak for himself. And most of the people are very well aware of what Trent has been doing in FPL so far. And obviously in the Liverpool, not only in terms of FPL, but in terms of the performances given for Liverpool. Hopefully he'll be fit before the game week 8 starts. If he's not, maybe we can. Do you guys have any replacement if you want to think for one game week, or do you think like it will be hasty to not have him in the team as well for one game week as well?
So I think it's okay if we remove him from the team if we get the news as the game week approaches that he is not going to play, because his values has not increased, and definitely it is not going down also, because he has not been injured. He is not injured, like guaranteed to be injured for a longer time.
Yeah,
So if he misses another week, it should be okay. Will not affect his value. It might go down only zero point 0.1, but definitely it will not increase. So it's okay if he is injured. In case for the next game week also we can have a replacement, let's say Robertson or somebody else, uh, as a fullback who can give us points.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so and yeah, I think the last one we have is Livramento. I think also he's been. I think Southampton has been playing really well, and I think Livramento has been instrumental in their performances in terms of defensive capabilities. But yeah, I think this is the five players we have picked. Obviously, we're not going to play them on a weekly basis, obviously. Maybe we'll go with the three defense or maybe four.
Yeah.
But the
So yeah,
four,
I think
but the first four definitely go. I think they go into the team definitely,
yeah.
because based on the fixtures that all these four teams have, I think they easily go into the team every week up until at least for the next at least 4 to 5 weeks. They go into the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having discussed about the defenders, and as pointed out by Rohil and Rishabh both, that this is more towards like a defense oriented team, because we are about to play four and we have invested a good amount of money in the defense area. So that's why we were running short on money for the midfield, and it's not very strong, but it is decent, I would say. Salah is a no-brainer for sure. So we are not going to talk about him. Rafinha is in form, and I think Rafinha Leeds fixtures also are comparatively easy. They Rafinha, one second, yeah, one second. Leeds fixtures. Let me just yeah, they're playing Southampton, Wolves, Norwich, uh, Leicester, Tottenham. None of which, I think, except for Wolves, I think no other team I can say has a very good defense at this point. Wolves also are conceding goals, but they're not conceding in like volumes. So Rafinha has a chance of scoring. He's in very good form. Coming to Mbuemo, he uh, uh, Brentford has a tough game against Chelsea, the next one. But apart from that, they have a relatively easy fixture. All are under three, if I'm correct, with the fixture difficulty ratio. With Tony, Mbuemo has been gelling very well, and he's been able to take. He's had taken many attempts at the goal, not not very fruitful ones, but they are turning out in the recent games. They are turning out good in form of assists and goals. Saka, he's still making his place in the team. I think he did not start in the first 2 or 3 games. He came as a substitute, if I'm correct, but now he's playing regularly. And Arsenal also has an easy run of fixtures. Uh, as compared to other teams. I think there is hardly any team where the fixture difficulty ratio is above three. Townsend, many might disagree with Townsend at this point, given that DCL and Richarlison both are about to return. But the way Townsend plays and the formation that Everton has been playing, we just went across the formation in in the initial couple of games. He plays as a winger, and naturally Townsend comes in and takes shots, and he's in a good form at this point. So we again expect him to provide us with some points in the coming few game weeks.
But you can also go with like the other Everton players as well. Like
Yeah,
I think
great.
Gray you can go with. I think Doucouré also you can go with because he
Doucouré, I
like
think I wouldn't suggest Doucouré,
uh,
because I think he'll be dropping more towards into the CDM role. Once Richarlison and Diesel are back, both of them are back, he'll be more towards the holding midfield role. That's what I believe. But
mhm.
again, it remains to be seen what happens.
Yeah. I think for the forward lines we had Vardy, Jesus, and Huang. Huang, I think we put based on the performances that he's been putting up in the recent weeks. You can see clearly. I think he clearly has the pace, and even if somebody who followed his career at Leipzig, he played pretty well. His numbers were very good, not very good, but his numbers were decent in Leipzig as well. So he's a good punt to have. Like if anybody's taking a wild card at this moment, he's a good punt to have for a 5.5 rather than actually going for a Dennis or Armstrong. I think Armstrong is also one. Actually, we forgot. Actually, Armstrong is also one good option because Southampton's fixtures are also looking pretty good. The only problem with Southampton is that they're not creating that many chances that we for sure know that they're going to score goals. Jesus is obviously he's been playing on the wing positions for City. uh, Nobody knows who's going to play as a number nine. Even I don't think even Pep knows what he's going to line up in game week 8. But I think Jesus's um, position has been pretty much nailed down. I think he plays as a winger no matter what. So that's pretty a nailed down position. Again, if somebody is trying to catch up on those mini leagues and feeling like who are the nailed down positions in City's team, I would probably go at this point of time is one is Ederson for sure, one is Cancelo, Diaz, Grealish, and the other one is Jesus. Other ones I have no clue because they keep on rotating. Even De Bruyne, who has just moved into the team, nobody knows if he will be rotated, because if, as far as I remember, I think even in the last season when they were playing in the Champions League, I think he rested him. He rested De Bruyne definitely before the Champions League game. So you never know. Like it might still happen, right? For Vardy, that's a nice option. He's been scoring goals. No matter what. Like even if Leicester's result don't go their way, but he's been on the score sheet for the last 4 successive weeks, I think, or 4 or 5, I think. So he's a definite good option. Their fixtures are decent. I think they play United next. United's defense, we all know, it's not looking really good. They do concede one goal every game, so that might be still Vardy. I think I said that last time as well about Townsend, and he scored it. So this time I've already jinxed it with Vardy now scoring at the King Park. So yeah, so that's done. But a couple of options that we also wanted to discuss about is about Antonio. If somebody is not wildcarding at the moment, I would still suggest to keep Antonio at the moment. I don't think people need to ship him out just based on the fixtures that they have. I think he's a striker, and the way he's playing, I think he can still produce returns, even though West Ham's results don't go their way, but he can still produce some decent results.
Yeah. So I think this is team one from our side. Obviously, like Rishabh mentioned, there's a disclaimer which we'll like to obviously put it uh, in the description that any City players are not like supposed to be are picked at your own risk. I mean, we're not going to suggest anything on that aspect. I mean, you can definitely find a
Yeah.
replacement for them in both positions. But yeah, I think these players are definitely one of the few players who have actually been starting on a regular basis for City. So yeah, and their performances definitely speak for themselves. So that's why maybe we want to include them in the team. But yeah, I think don't dislike our videos, because if City players are not selected in your next game week match.
Any
So
city
Oh, don't
player,
don't. I,
any city player plays just only on basis of which player is playing in Pep's fantasy team. That's it.
yeah, yeah,
I
just
don't
just
think.
need to know if
Well,
actually Pep is actually playing fantasy or not.
Rohil,
He
I don't think you need
is.
to. I don't think you need to worry about disliking videos. I think the people who are watching at the moment, they've already disliked because they don't see Ronaldo or Lukaku in our team. So they're like, these FPL pundits are crazy. They don't have
Well,
any Ronaldo or
well,
Lukaku.
there's a
So let's
I think
so
I
let's
think
please them. So let's
I think
please them.
United, but
Yeah,
United's performances speak for themselves why Ronaldo is not included. And when Ole actually does things where you're not actually
yeah,
even starting Ronaldo, so I think it becomes a big question mark for everyone whether you want to have him in the team or not.
Yeah.
yeah. Let's please the other viewers and show them the team with Lukaku.
So we're just focusing on the 50% of the viewers where we are having Lukaku in the team now. So I mean, yeah, I think yeah, let's move forward. And I think in terms of defense, I think yeah. Sorry, in terms of goalkeepers, again, we still have Ramsdale in this team, and we've actually picked Sanchez over Raya in this one. I think Brighton's record has been pretty impressive so far. Hopefully, their international break doesn't have any hindrance in their form. So hopefully Sanchez keeps performing the way he has and actually keeps delivering the clean sheets, which I think has given a lot of the managers a lot of benefits right now. Similarly for Duffy as well, I think Duffy has been fantastic in defense, and I think he's given us great points to since he's in our team as well right now. So I think yeah, he's given us some great points, and looking at his fixtures as well. I think Brighton definitely does not have a very tough run of fixtures right now, so you can definitely have him in the team right now. And I think it's important to I think just acknowledge that right now we still have we're still keeping Cancelo in this team, and I think instead of Rudiger we have Azpilicueta in the second team. I think both have been Azpilicueta being a player who's actually gone a little bit upfront as well, so he has a tendency to maybe provide more assists than and Rudiger at this stage. So again, looking at this team as well, I think we have two definite kneel down starters who will start for us regardless of the fixture, which are I think probably Cancelo and 𝗬𝗓𝗏. And me, so
For
and
for 𝗬𝗓𝗏, I think I can also suggest a replacement. Is that obviously like James right now? I know like he's injured. That's why 𝗬𝗓𝗏 is actually playing in that position. But once James comes back, I think he will again move back to that right centre back position. I'm talking about 𝗬𝗓𝗏. So that's
yeah,
also one change that you can make. And obviously, I think Reece James is a little bit cheaper as well than 𝗬𝗓𝗏. I think he costs about 5.5. So that saves you about 500,000 over there as well. So for now, given what we have, so this is current week that we're making the video. As per the news that we have, James is not returning for game week as far as I know. So for now, I think 𝗬𝗓𝗏 makes sense. But then yeah, once he comes back, we still want to keep Chelsea defense because their fixtures are still okay for the next 6 weeks. So yeah, we can easily switch back if we see that we want to move if we want to move to James.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Moving forward, I think, yeah, I think we also picked 𝗕𝗏𝗏 as a defender from Brentford. I think looking at Brentford fixture, I think they have a couple of tough fixtures right now, but I think Brentford definitely has proved time and time again that their money ball system still works, and I think the defenders are definitely performing at the highest caliber at this stage. So I think, yeah, and I think 𝗕𝗏𝗏 has definitely been one of the star performers for Brentford's defensive lineup. So I think having him in the team is definitely a great sign. But our goal for picking him is to actually, if you look at our team, we've tried to balance it out because of we have three players who are close to 11.5 and 12 million. So we want to actually, so in terms of balancing out, I think we had to sacrifice a little bit in terms of defensive side. And I think 𝗕𝗏𝗏 definitely fills that void for us, because we needed a player who could actually maybe start for us on a regular basis as well. So I think he would definitely be one of those players. 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗏, we've seen that he actually at that Klopp actually
Klopp.
has been given 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗏's first couple of game weeks performance. I think it was hard for Klopp to ignore him right now and not include him on a regular basis, and maybe keep rotating Robertson and 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗏. So Robertson is maybe fresher for the Champions League and the more crucial ties. So I think 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗏's inclusion will also be not as regular, obviously, for compared to any other Liverpool players, but I think he will still be a starter on a I think sporadic
Yeah.
basis. I think so.
I
So I
mean,
think, yeah, definitely,
I
yeah,
can easily say that he might easily start 10 games for the season easily.
yeah,
He's already
maybe, yeah,
started
5 to
three.
10,
Yeah,
yeah, 5 to 10
he's already
games
started
is
three.
something. Yeah, 5 to 10 games
Yeah,
is something which will definitely
yeah,
be
yeah.
is a close to
Yeah.
line up with, I think, 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗏's
Yeah,
will
10.
be.
I mean, 10. Maybe it's going a little too far, but given the English Premier League has all these fixture congestion when they come to the Christmas break time, I think 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗏s can play at least a couple of games over there, and then obviously
Absolutely,
if Liverpool are still in the title race, then probably he might not get chances at the end of the season. But yeah, if he's not there, then maybe he still gets it. Right, depending upon like what Klopp prioritizes him. I know like we're thinking way too ahead, but yeah, let's move on.
Yeah. Now switching on to the midfielders, compared to the previous, the first wildcard draft that we had, Rafinha and Salah are there. So I'm not going to again not discuss more about them. But for the rest of the three, Brownhill for us is kind of a substitute only. He'll be a bench player always. The good thing is he's playing 90 minutes. He's playing a full game regularly. So that gives us, in worst case, if one of the players gets injured, we are guaranteed of 2 points at least. Given that he's not picking a yellow card or something of that sort. So Brownhill is a bench player for us. Gallagher. He has been very creative for Crystal Palace with, as per the games that what I've seen. He has provided 2 goals, 3 assists up until now, but he has been performing really well. So we again have a high expectation of Gallagher. He definitely has the ability to provide us with a good number of points due to his exceptional ability of creative passes that he can produce. So Gallagher is again in our team, and given that Crystal Palace is also playing very well, uh, apart from that, De Bruyne, again, any player from City's team can fall victim, can be a victim to Pep's Rule game. But De Bruyne has just returned from injury, and I think until and unless um, City are in are in a very dire position in Champions League games, I think De Bruyne has a very good probability of playing Premier League games at least 70, 80 minutes. That's what I believe. Otherwise, he might be rested. Like if Champions League, City is not doing good in Champions League, he will be a sure starter in Champions League, and he will be sacrificed in the Premier League. But that is a different thing. Plus, City has easy fixtures when it comes to the Premier League. Of out of the next 6 games that City has in the Premier League, 4 of them are home games, and we all know that what City can do at home. Uh, the previous one with Chelsea, I think it was sorry, with Southampton. Yeah, with Southampton, it was 0-0, which was very unexpected. But with Arsenal and Norwich, they hammered them 5-0 each, so they can score goals. And De Bruyne is back. The out of the 6, 4 are home games, so I expect a good number of goals from the City team, and De Bruyne to be at the center of all, not all, but yeah, some of the goals or assists also.
Yeah, and there's a possible replacement for De Bruyne as well.
Yes, there's a possible replacement, but it all depends how United are playing, whose fixtures are getting tough. Fernandez is an option, which Rishabh definitely wanted to mention. Not wrong, but United are not getting
I did not want to mention. I mentioned it just to say that
at
yeah, there is
least
an option, and
as per the video, who brought up this point about Fernandez? Did I know?
you just like to barrage on United because they're not playing well. That's why. I know they're not playing. You don't need to throw it in my face.
Exactly. I'm sad they are not playing well because I cannot. I hate to see Ronaldo losing.
Okay. Moving to forwards, we have Lukaku, Tony, and Mope. Lukaku, as Rohil already mentioned, for those 50% users that are left in on our channel, we put Lukaku for you. So come back now. All those 50% users. We have Lukaku. Lukaku, I think, obviously is a. I mean, it's a good pick given the fixtures that we have. But the problem that I see is that Lukaku is not getting involved in too much of the game. He's there in the penalty box, but he's not getting those crosses. So in the first couple of weeks that I saw, he was getting everything, like everything was flowing through him. But right now, at the moment, I see him like he's nobody's passing him the ball. That's what I'm feeling. So I'm not very sure about how Lukaku, like what's changed in the Chelsea system, why Lukaku is not getting those getting those balls. But yeah, Lukaku definitely, given what the fixtures are, people who are wildcarding, even if he doesn't score in game week 8, doesn't matter. We need him for game week 9, which is against Norwich City. I think there's goals in that fixture. I need to captain him. We need to captain him. That's probably 50% of the FPL managers. That's what they're going to be doing. For Tony, I think he's the other way around. He's started performing as soon as we said that he's out. You should move him out, and the moment you move it out, it's all FPL karma comes back and bites us in the back, bites us in the back. He started performing. He's a good pick given again what Brentford's fixtures are. He's definitely a good pick. I think in a partnership with Mboemo is definitely flowing. So he's definitely a good pick for at least 5 to 6 weeks given from based on the fixtures that Brentford has. For Mope, again, Brighton are doing so well that we wanted to do a Brighton pick as well. Mope is a good option. He's been delivering points. Uh, there are certain things about Brighton's fixtures, but I think Brighton have been defending well. They're not letting goals go, so which makes them which lets them create a little bit more chances there. It's not like they're just pegged back and do it on the counter. They're playing actual really good football. So Mope and I think Welbeck is up on top. So their partnership again is like Mboemo and Tony. That's what I feel. So that's I think that's a good pick. You can again, like you can now, if you look at this, you can do a little bit of tinkering and say that you can maybe move De Bruyne to Salah or De Bruyne to Fernandes. You can bring maybe Mope to Huang and maybe have 1 million, and where we can invest somewhere like maybe Simicas who is not going to play regularly. Maybe have a 4.5, 4.5 million. Maybe have Tomiyasu over there instead of Simicas.
Yeah.
So we can do some kind of tinkering over here as well. But I think that's for you guys to decide which players suit you the best. I think this is what we felt, that this is the best way to go about it if people are wildcarding in Gameweek 8.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that these are the two teams which we have for you guys. If you if you have any other questions related to your teams, you can definitely post it in the comment section, and we'll try to answer it, or we'll try to answer them to the best of our abilities, obviously, and see if we can help you guys out with any of your any of your FPL related questions. So hopefully this will help you guys pick a wildcard team. Um, do remember to like, share, and subscribe to our videos, and follow, and obviously don't forget to click on the bell icon, and for getting more updates about the Late Winner show. And next week we'll definitely have again with the usual of the differentials and the watch list picks for you guys, and the captaincy picks. So just to give you a heads
And
up on that, obviously the first match for the week is obviously is Watford versus Liverpool. So maybe not captain Salah, because the trend has been the first match has never delivered captaincy points. So I think, yeah, maybe let's see if Salah can actually
also
deliver, break the trend now.
also Watford have their new manager, so yeah,
So
this
yeah,
might be,
absolutely.
yeah.
So yeah.
Should we really
And
dominate?
So
and so Liverpool are unbeaten. Last time Liverpool were unbeaten, who beat them? Watford. So yeah, Liverpool's unbeaten is gone now.
so yeah, let's see what happens. Thank you guys, and stay tuned for the next week episodes, and see you guys next week.